So this is Jenny and Chappell here from Rob Podcast.
Hi, Jenny and
Hi.
Chappell.
Hi. So we got Jackie,
Hi.
Christine, and Plane Jane. We are very, very excited to talk about House of Villains season three. Jackie, let's start with you because we're getting reality people from different types of shows. This
Yeah.
is the first show you'll be doing with a bit of a competition aspect. What was it like coming into a show like this, knowing that there was going to be some competitions and some strategy?
You know what? I was totally blindsided. I heard about House of Villains. I purposely didn't watch a lot of the prior seasons because I wanted to have I didn't want to be skewed by anything and I wanted to really come in. So I was blown away. I didn't know I'd come in and end up falling in love with my fellow villains. Like, oh, they all are so amazing. I did have my ups and downs. I got into it with Tyson. I thought he was a total snake at the beginning. I hated him. And, just different people, but meeting these two right away, I think my guard went down different than Basketball Wives. So it was totally the opposite. And I would do it totally different if I had another chance. As far as the
Christine.
strategy part. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, I was definitely going to ask you about your
Y-
strategy too,
You're
Jackie.
right.
But
Tyson is a snake. There's no doubt about that.
Yeah.
Not was, is.
Christine, what was more fun, House of Villains or The Masked Singer? What was your
Oh
experience
my
like?
goodness. Well, they were so different, right? Masked Singer was so much fun in the aspect of you train, you choreograph, you train, you have singing lessons. I don't know if it was a week or two process, but but I got to go home at the end of the night, right? I slept in my own bed. It was definitely grueling and intense. This was different in a different way because Jackie and I have never done a show like this where, we have roommates. We're all in the same house. We don't have doors. Like we share a bathroom. It was a whole new experience, being locked in this house with a bunch of people. So it was so different than anything I've ever done. Like Masked Singer was an intense boot camp, a short amount of time. This was, a month of just all around craziness, but we had so much fun.
Plain Jane, obviously you come from Drag Race and you are known to be a strategist in your time. And we've seen on House of Villains that, maybe being like the strategist kind of villain doesn't necessarily always work out. What did you take that into consideration going into a show like this? And did you have a particular strategy you had in mind going into House of Villains?
I was sort of just rolling with the punches. I've said this, Drag Race is an entirely different ball game than House of Villains.
Mhm.
And, all of these amazing contestants that I got a chance to work with on Villains, they're kind of reality veterans. You know what I mean? A lot of them, at least, they have more than one, two, three, four reality TV shows under their belt. So, I was a little bit of a fish out of water, honey, and yes, she is fish, trust. Um, so, it was definitely whatever strategy that I thought I maybe had, all of it just kind of flew out the
Mm.
window. And you have to just be because it's also like randomized to the
Yeah.
challenges.
Yes.
It's like,
Just day to day, random things
right.
happen.
One day I'm shoving cake down my
Mhm.
throat. The other day, I'm getting waterboarded by,
Yep.
I don't know, Tom Sandoval.
Yep, exactly.
Melted down masseter implants. I don't know what's going on, but anyway, so it's just yeah, a lot is being thrown at you. It's very chaotic. The allotting of like who is supervillain of the week. Sometimes it's like totally arbitrary.
Yeah.
So it's a little bit hard to involve strategy in a game like that. So I definitely like while I did try to like implement some, I had to just roll with the
Yeah.
punches and you know just do my goddamn best at being the most sickening villain there
Which
is.
you did.
Yes. Jackie, now you've now done this competition reality show. Do you feel like you have the bug for it now? You can see yourself doing more of these? And who else do you think from the Basketball Wives franchise could you see doing something like this?
You know what? I do have the bug and I totally get it now. And it's a whole different ball game. And I think I'm built for it. So I'm going to do a lot of them. As far as from that universe, I would have to probably say Oh wow. Cheyenne, Dr. Cheyenne Bryant, out of all those girls. And she only did one season, but I know her and I know that's what she is. That's what she's built like. She would have a ball. She's feisty, she's fun, she's lighthearted. So yeah, I would say Cheyenne. Hmm.
Christine, so obviously, you're getting asked to do a show like this and it's acknowledged you're seen as a villain. And we know that people in the past have been like, really, me, a villain? How does that, how do you feel going into a show where you are being typecast as a villain and it's
Mhm.
actually embraced and encouraged?
Yes. Well, obviously, I was so excited about it. Any chance I get to be a bitch, I'm so excited about that and honestly thrive in that environment. But with that being said, I liked the idea of the show because I got to show different sides of myself. Cameras are rolling 24/7, whether it's in the bedrooms, in the hallways, there's cameras everywhere, right? So it was nice to have some not so scripted elements of, us just walking around the house and being silly and being ourselves. So, and no makeup and sweats. Like I actually really like that stuff. So people can kind of see like, we really do have souls underneath this villainous persona.
Love that. Plane Jane, tell us about your experience with Joel McHale as a host. I know you have experience with RuPaul, but what's
Uh-huh.
Joel like? What was that like? And if you had to choose one, for whatever reason, you had to pick, who are you picking, Joel or
Ooh.
RuPaul?
Ooh, that's a
Hard
tough
one.
one. That is a tough one. I mean, I love Mama Ru, but RuPaul, you guys, is so intimidating.
Oh, I
Oh
can't
yeah,
even
Like
I can
imagine.
tell.
RuPaul, when she's on set, you better be on your best behavior. And you're just constantly trying to impress Mother
Hmm.
and make her laugh because if something doesn't click, you feel like you want the floor to like open up and like
Oh, yeah.
swallow you because you're like you feel like you're completely wasting her time. Not to say that RuPaul's like a bitch. She's that bitch for sure.
Hmm.
But I hold her to such like a high regard
Hmm.
that it's hard for me to get past that. With Joel,
Yeah.
he kind of carries himself like a very well, first of all, he's very, very sort of like average Joel
Yeah.
like.
Mhm.
And
Average Joel, I love that.
he's not like on his P's and Q's, so you don't feel like you have to be like
Yeah.
he's always going on script and riffing
Yeah. Hmm.
and he's actually like really down to earth.
So down to earth.
So I like them both for very different reasons.
Yeah.
You know what? RuPaul I love because I just admire and respect and look up to her so much. But Joel I loved because he made all of us feel so at
So
home and
comfortable.
so comfortable, and he was just so nice and sweet, and he's so like he's kind of sexy.
He's so and
he's
if we
funny.
he's so funny, but also like if we messed up or something,
Yeah.
he would be like, "Don't worry, take a moment,
Totally.
take a breath, let's do
Totally.
it again." Like
Yeah.
that was really nice, right? Because with Rue, she'd be like, "Girl, bye, get out of here, stop wasting my
I
time."
remember I lost an earring on the runway during critiques, and she was just like, "Hold up." Like she just looked so pissed. She's like, "Somebody get that for her right now."
No room for
I
error.
was like, "Girl."
Yeah. Yeah.
I was like sweating bullets. Anyways, but no, but love Rue, love Mama Rue. Can't wait to see her again. Hopefully, eventually. Fingers crossed for All Stars someday. But
Yes.
All right. And we can't wait to see what you all do on House of Villains this season. Ladies, this has been a pleasure talking to y'all. Good luck with everything. And hopefully we'll see more of you in the future.
Thank you
Thank you
so
so
much.
much.
Thank you so much.
y'all.
This is RHAP. We know reality TV.